excitement of this one. It is the toss-up, and we're ready to go, and we're underway with this first match with Speed United taking on Glitch FC in this first match, and it'll come all the way back to the goalkeeper for Speed United, Tyler Hogan. So once again, if you're just joining us, this is 6 against 6 in the Baller League. And well controlled here in the center of the park by Miguel Benito. A raking switch of play. Let's go across and is well controlled on that right side. By the way, if the ball hits the ceiling, it actually is a free kick to the opposition side. There are no throw-ins, there are only kick-ins from the outside, and those kick-ins must stay below the knees of the players. I Show Speed did bring a band with him, and that band now in full voice as that raking switch of play. Let's go over the head and out for a kick-in to Speed United. See Stephen Kodra working down the pitch and will control neatly here in the penalty area, volleying across. Will actually go out for a goal kick to Glitch FC. Full-on cheering section with the band and everything for I Show Speed. Never a subtle entrance. As some pressure coming here, and still an opportunity now for Glitch to break. Well controlled there in the center circle by Espinosa, the hold-up man for this Glitch side. Benito. Speed United dropping off a little bit here and allowing Glitch FC to try and find the gaps. Back to the goalkeeper here, Jason Leon. Again, 12 minutes of normal 6v6 action, and then we'll present you our game changers as we go along on this evening. A nice long ball will actually be goalkeeper to goalkeeper there as Espinosa couldn't quite take this one down. Now coming down the other end, Speed United unable to control through the Romanian Chayestra. Well done there to utilize the goalkeeper in possession. Benito wants to line up a strike and fires into the stand. Into that Baller League signage in behind the goal, which is manned by Tyler Hogan. One of a few players that have applied their trade locally, particularly in the college game at Florida International University, which is right down the street. Longo unable to help that one on. It is cleared away. Now for a goal kick. All goal kicks must be taken inside that 16-yard box. Well helped on there. At full stretch was Luis Felipe Fernandez. And then coming the other way and requiring a save. Well handled there from Jason Leon. That was a snapshot that comes from out of nowhere for Speed United and nearly the opening goal of the game. Now it is parried away here by the goalkeeper, and this strike coming from absolutely nowhere there. And it was actually from a Glitch FC player towards his own goal, requiring the save there. The header is on and over the bar there from David Longo. That was an extraordinary bit of play there. It was actually Luis Felipe Fernandez who hit it towards his own goal and required the save of the goalkeeper. Now, we should tell you that that save did go out of play as it's controlled there on that far side. Did go out of play, would in theory be out for a corner, but you see on your screen right next to the clock, as an opportunity on this left side now coming down the other end for Espinosa. That flag indicates a corner. 3 corners result in a penalty kick. It is sort of an MLS style from the late 90s penalty where it's a run up from the halfway line, but that is a penalty. So we don't have any corners in this game. We'll only give penalty kicks after 3 corners, as it will be the ball to Glitch FC on this near side. Benito playing here with Jason Leon, who has plenty of indoor experience. It is a completely different game. These short-sided matches that require skill and the ability on the ball. Lovely flick on down the line, and now a chance here for Fernandez. Left out to this right side, looking for options. It's struck towards goal and then fired into side netting there from Fernandez going to ground. Wasn't a bad idea. You see Espinosa looking out for those chances. Get involved in the chat, by the way. If you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch or on X, we'll be following your comments throughout the evening. There you see XQC in the dugout, watching on with his coach, Oscar Narvaez. Direct here. Header well won from Benito. And it's a strike on, and it's flashed wide from Espinosa for Glitch FC, who have very much gotten off to the better start in this match so far. Controlling the game with the chances, but yet to convert one into a goal inside the opening 5 minutes. Out on this left. Chance for that strike to come in off that left side. There's Luis Peralta, who has come in as a sub. There is rolling substitutions in the game, meaning substitutions can come on at any time. They just have to be indicated to the referee, and they can come in and out of the game. Here is Milayan on this right. We will tell you all about the game changers throughout the game and all of the rules as they come up. Otherwise, you're just watching a 6v6 soccer game. We'll tell you about any of the nuances as we go on. And of course, the game changer, which will come with 12 minutes on the clock. I'll get it going here in support of Speed United. Well controlled here. Benito playing out. Nice interchange of play, but unable to play it through that middle. Edison Ospina unable to handle. The play going through Benito, playing out from the back. This is good pressure. Well recovered, and a scything challenge coming in there from Daniel Gonzalez, who got beat. This will be a free kick. All free kicks are direct, meaning they can be struck on goal. This is a heavy challenge coming in there on Braxton Najib, player who came through in the Inter Miami youth setup as well as the Portland Timbers youth setup. Now getting a chance here in Baller League. Goalkeeper directing a wall. Sending in multiple directions. It is going to be laid off for Najib, who strikes and scores! The first Baller League USA goal comes from Braxton Najib. I show speed with unbridled enthusiasm, knocking him to the floor. You can see how absolutely fired up he is, exactly as he would have drawn it up on the tactics board. And that is a thumping strike. The goalkeeper could only watch. Look at the sellies. Exactly what you would expect. The shoe from I Show Speed. And his side are first on the board in Baller League USA. Wow, what a hit. And now, Glitch FC, who have gotten off to a very good start, now have to find an answer. Najib has come on and made a real impact here for Speed United from the bench. Winning the free kick, scoring the goal. This is a player with good experience. Showing it so far. He's back in possession here. Laid off there from John Diaz. John as this on the back of his shirt. Benito stepping forward. He wants to have a hit towards that bottom corner, but just flashed beyond that far post. Not far away. Glitch FC have had their chances. They'll feel unlucky. Nice turn there from John Dunn. It is a free kick. It is Rios who's taking him to the floor. Dictating the play here, Najib. Here's Ricci. And a reminder, you can get your tickets at shop.ballerleague.us. Scan the QR code on your screen if you're in the Miami area or want to come to the Miami area. Every single match day will be here at Baller League Arena at Tropical Park. And Baller League Arena is to capacity tonight. Great crowd on hand. Nice touch here from John and trying to poke beyond the goalkeeper. Player on the floor. Have to be careful not to handle in that penalty box. There's a concern there for David Longo, who comes off. Now Benito to fire again and into the stand. Thank goodness there is a net in behind that goal, as fans might have been worried for a moment. That was coming maybe for their concessions, or if not, for worse. Coming back on is Steven Kodra. The changes are free-flowing in this Baller League. Lifted forward from Hogan. Flick-on attempt. It's well offside here from Kodra. A reminder, normal offside rules, meaning you can't be beyond the last defender. The line, though, that you see on this half of the pitch does indicate an offside line, meaning if you are before that line, before the pass is played, then you are onside. As Kodra plays with speed, trying to escape beyond that sliding challenge, which is well measured, and out for a throw. John Markey has come on as a sub. He's a wild card for this match. All of these teams have 12 players in their squads. Not all of them will be named into the matchday squad. 10 players do get named into that matchday squad as I Show Speed is losing the blazer. We are in Miami after all. Coming in a coat was quite the choice, but coats on coats coming off for Speed, as you would imagine. Ilian, well controlled here, edge of the area. And the strike attempted there from Jason Strambu Jaestra. Fought for on that far side. Free kick awarded. He's turned there to find the space here, Markey, to the goalkeeper. Lecce FC needing to find a way back into the game. Going for that direct ball, well controlled. Now, numerical advantage here for Speed United. The offside flag coming up again. David Ochoa not measuring his run. We'll have to be careful in those moments. So listening to XUC by that dugout. Speed United leading by a goal to nil through Braxton Najib, who gets the first goal of Baller League USA. Benito. Ball received there in the center circle, but under pressure, it's difficult to play through the middle in this congested space. And lifted away and out for a throw. And a reminder, we'll have a game changer coming up at the end of this first half, which will completely alter the way the game is played. The three potential first half game changers are the onside game changer, which actually makes everything onside, +1, which means we'll start at 1v1 with the goalkeeper, and 3 play, which will be 3 against 3 for the full duration. I want to ask you in the chat in this final minute, which game changer do you want to see for the inaugural game changer of Baller League USA? And we'll explain the rules for all of these as we go on. But 45 seconds away from the first game changer of Baller League USA history. Lecce FC might need something different to change the tenor of this match. So far has gone in the favor of Speed United. Defensive pressure is looking strong from Speed's side. Just a miscontrol there on that far side, just didn't really spot it there. Halfway, here's Ochoa. Being encouraged by some fans here to shoot it, and you'll see here, just seeing out the clock, Steven Kodra, and now we have gotten to 12 minutes. It is time for the first game changer. Okay then, so we've gone for 3 play as the first game changer of Baller League 2026. So that means we are at 3 against 3, including the goalkeeper. Only the designated goalkeeper can use their hands in the penalty area. You don't have to play with a goalkeeper. If you're the attacking team, you start as the attacking team with the ball, you'll likely play with 3 outfield players. The other side will have 2 defenders and a goalkeeper. The offside rules remain exactly the same. There is a 30-second shot clock. So the team that starts with the ball will have 30 seconds to shoot. It's basically like a college basketball shot clock. And if that ball does stay in play, it'll depend on whether or not it's a change of possession or the same team with possession. So if there is a shot that comes off the crossbar and the attacking team gets it back, they can keep playing. But if it goes out of play, out for a corner, out for a throw-in, then the other team will get a chance to start with the ball. And of course, we are going through these rules with you. The players are going through these rules with you. Obviously, some of them will have familiarized themselves a little bit with Baller League, but not a massive amount. We saw some confusion yesterday in our test match, so we'll see if these teams are ready for it. This is where the experience of a player like Steven Kodra can come into play for the first game changer of Baller League 2026 USA. So referee will explain things to the teams. I Show Speed has his ideas, XQC has his. And here we go. So it is I Show Speed's Speed United to start with possession, and this is where it can look like a numerical advantage. It is 3 against 2 from a playing standpoint, but the goalkeeper is still there to make any potential saves. The attempt to drive towards that line does go out for a goal kick, so it will be now Glitch FC to have their turn with the 3 attackers on the pitch. The clock remains rolling, and we'll have the shot clock reset, and now the 30 seconds will begin for Glitch FC to work up the pitch, looking to pass their way through and find the space. Here's Benito playing here with Espinosa, gives it back. There's space on this left side, playing patiently. Now a chance on this right side, and fired in off the post! And what a chance that was from Mini Gonzalez, who absolutely rattles the woodwork there. A great opportunity for the equalizer. It opened up for him. He just couldn't get it to bounce right side and go in. Instead, it bounces and goes out. So we'll be brought back into play. It went out for a kick-in, so we'll have to be put back into play. And here's Najib, the goal scorer, who will now carry Speed United forward. We'll cross that line. What about going in himself? Does go in himself and just sends it over. Just sends it over, but once again, is Brax firing in those strikes. By far the man of the match so far. Impressive early performance. You see Espinosa directing traffic here for his team as their 30 seconds begin. On this left side, Gonzalez. Leo out on this right side. Nice turn inside, and there's the equalizer. Just what Glitch FC were looking for. Their first goal of the season comes from Luis Felipe Fernandez. And we're level at 1 with a little less than 90 seconds left in this first half. And this is exactly what the game changers are meant to do. Introduce the elements of randomness to allow both sides to get into the game. So we're level at 1. Couple of good tackles, sharp tackles in there. And again, if the ball stays alive and in play, the defensive side can go and play it and go and try and score. And it is going to be out, and the referee has given a free kick in the favor of Speed United. Chasing down that opportunity to play into the empty net, which is the ideal for the defensive team. Kodra from long distance, sending it over. No real threat. So we're into the final minute of this first half. Clock will stop, and now the shot clock goes again. It'd be incredible for Glitch FC to go and get a go-ahead goal in this first half after how the first half went. Benito is open. He goes for the square ball. Leo handing it off. Lovely skill. They're trying to pass it in, and it's into the bottom corner. And Glitch FC have turned it around in this first half. From a goal behind, they lead by 2 goals to 1. And I Show Speed can barely believe it. The rage is flowing through as Espinosa. That was calm play. And it seems to be those 3. Mini Gonzalez, Miguel Benito, and Luis Felipe Fernandez, who are just playing ever so calmly. So it's 2-1 to Glitch FC. Looking for a response now. Be calm in that passing. If you can engage the defender and get running beyond them, the space will be there. The strike from long range deflects. Kodra will pick it up and run it out to halfway to reset. Look for the window to play. Good movement. Kodra into the top corner. And there's that experience. 5 seconds before the halftime whistle, and just before that shot clock went off. XQC is going to argue here. They do have a challenge. And the challenge flag has been thrown as I Show Speed celebrates. The challenge flag has been thrown.
Yeah.
And so this will be the first time we'll have a VAR review. The manager has come over and has had a word with the referee that the shot was not taken before that shot clock went off. Again, teams have 30 seconds to get that shot off. And so with 2 seconds left here, the sides will come to the video review. So again, as long as the ball leaves the foot before 0-0, and the referee has come over to the monitor pitch side to have a look here. Daniel Va is our referee looking at this one and looking at it over and over again. And so they continue to look at it here. The strike coming off of Steven Caldra. Having a word there with the officials here pitch side. And this is what it looks like. Checking the angles. And looking at where that ball is eventually struck right there. Obviously it goes firing in. But the question is this going to count? The referee is getting some encouraging words here from the fans here by the pitch. Appears as though there's some issues with the pitch side monitor, so it's taken a little bit longer than we might have expected. They continue to look at this decision. So the referee has gotten the word now from some of the officials. He's had a look at the incident, and let's hear what he has to say. Good goal. Good goal is the final decision at the end of all this. It counts. That challenge is for naught. And so Glitch FC will not have any more challenges left. You can have up to 3 challenges in a match, but they have to be successful. So the first one has to be successful to allow the second. And exactly as he says there, what they needed, Speed United. And XUC will be frustrated that that decision won't count. There is still 2 seconds left to be played of this first half. Will be just the drop ball. Speed talking about with the players.
I don't like the questions. You come here.
Having a word there with Steven Caldra, and there's the attempt to try and score with the final 2 seconds, and there goes the halftime whistle. So an action-packed first half comes to an end with the score Speed United 2, Glitch FC 2. Speed United opening the scoring through Braxton Najib, but a couple of nicely worked goals by Luis Felipe Fernandez and Leo Espinosa to give Glitch the lead again. Let's hear on the halftime huddle with iShowSpeed.
I want to win. This is the start. This is the future. This is the, come on. God damn it. Come on, I need the energy. Let's go. Go get him. 4-3-1. Come on. We have the ball.
And let's go now to our sideline reporter, Duda Pavao, who's in the stands with some of the fans.
Speed Ferguson is hype, but you know what's also hype? The band. I'm hanging out here with Shade. Shade, you're responsible, but for the bass drum. How are you feeling today? You ready?
I feel great.
Feel good? Is a lot of pressure taking care of the drums?
Yes, sir.
Who's gonna win? Speed or what?
Speed is winning.
Speed all the way. Now let me show you what this band is capable. I'm thinking about quitting my broadcast job, and I'm just gonna join you guys. Is that okay?
Yes.
Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. Speed United. Speed United. Speed United. Speed United. Speed United. Speed United. Speed United.
And there's Duda in the stands, as you might expect, getting the crowd fire up for this one.
The crowd is ready. Let's go, Baller League USA. Let's go, Shane.
Let's go. I'm so excited. We're here winning.
And there the band goes. It was an incredible entrance when IShowSpeed entered the arena. So we've had the first 15 minutes of this inaugural match. The second half still to come. I think, as far as I've seen so far around the building, Speed is the only manager who has brought a band, who has a mascot. I actually saw the Speed United mascot getting ready earlier today. I heard Speed mention he was a bit frustrated that the mascot couldn't do backflips, which is quite the ask in a mascot costume. As here we see the goals from the first half. Braxton Najib getting things started with that strike into the corner. And the response from Luis Felipe Fernandez. And then Leo, who could have hit first time. They wanted to settle, figure out where to place, and send that goalkeeper's momentum going that other direction further still. And then there's the hit just before that shot clock expired from Steven Caldra to give Speed United that leveling goal. And XQC side will have to figure out what they're going to do in this second half. He's watching on from pitch side. So far his team have performed well. They've had the balance of play, the more the chances, but it is 2-2 following the first 15 minutes of action here from the Baller League Arena. Here you see what it looks like, the entirety of it. The stands are filled here at Tropical Park. Now a reminder that this is the first of 5 games tonight, and you see the expected kickoff times there between For the Win FC and Amp United. For the Win managed by Westcol and Arcangel. Amp United by AMP. Still lots more action to come throughout the evening. Same Bowl, IShowSpeed, XQC, Ronaldinho, Odell Beckham Jr., Marlon, Drewski, Jay Balvin, and Kid Super, all represented among the managers in this league. And they'll be with you throughout the evening. Thank you for joining us, whether you're watching on Twitch or whether you're watching on YouTube. We got the halftime show done with. And the players are going to file back out onto the pitch.
Good defensively? Yeah. And I think I need to learn some Spanish so I can communicate with them like you.
You live in Miami, how do you not know Spanish?
Oh, I just moved here.
No.
You're going to teach me a little bit of Spanish?
No, that's part of the when you buy a house, you have to.
XQC getting some advice there from his coach. Learning Spanish. As we mentioned, it's quite the South American team that they have together. There's 7 South Americans from the 10 players in the matchday squad for Glitch FC. And the countdown will begin for the start of the second half here from Baller League Arena. The toss will go the way of Speed United, and Leo Fernandez coming flying out of the traps here. Leo Espinosa, excuse me, with that press. Settled again well here by Speed United. Braxton Najee back on the pitch. Looking comfortable in possession, but some pressure's coming his way. He'll have to poke back to the goalkeeper. Just sort of the exit valve for a lot of these players. Is a bit of contact there on the near side towards Ochoa. Nothing doing from a free kick standpoint. It is a throw-in. Good tackle, though, in the midfield by Benito. Trying to play it towards Leo, but not enough mustard on that pass. It is a throw-in to Speed United. 2-2 after the first 15 minutes. Another game changer will come with 3 minutes to go in this game to potentially turn the tide of this one. Told that watching right now between Twitch, YouTube, and X on our Baller League USA accounts, as well as our managers, we're over 150,000 viewers live right now. And we thank all of you for joining us here for the inaugural Baller League USA. I Show Speed, Speed United taking on XQC's Glitch FC. Nice attempt there at a through ball coming from Mini Gonzalez. It'll find its way through, and now we'll invite Ricci to come forward for Speed United. Forward pass, when able to settle there is Leo Espinosa, who has plenty of futsal experience. The 33-year-old has the go-ahead goal, what was at the time the go-ahead goal in this match, since Glitch FC have been pegged back. There's Tyler Hogan. He's changing there with Ochoa. Send the defenders the wrong way. Breaking that first line of pressure can open up opportunities and possibilities. Forward now and flick on here from Kodra. Ochoa chasing that one down and can't get to it. Well done there from Benito to win the free kick as he was falling to ground. XQC watching on. Right on that halfway line. Right next to I Show Speed. And inviting that pressure. Playing through the pressure here, and it's aggressive here from Speed United. Nice initial step there from Mini Gonzalez. Here for Leon, the goalkeeper. Back to goal, and can you win it? Can you play it? It's a tough one there. And Longo not only loses out, but gives away a free kick on the halfway line. There will be occasions in which 2-minute penalties are handed out for persistent infringement. Those are the main way that offenses are punished after repeat fouls. Now a chance for Perea to control from his own offside line. Nice touch there, and the strike coming on, and on the volley it's wide. Ochoa trying to follow that one in after Kodra got that initial strike away. That was a real chance. In some ways, it is just about creating those rebound moments, those second chance opportunities. And Kodra recognizing that and just getting a powerful strike away. The referee will ask for that kick in to be retaken. Actually, it was taken by the wrong team. It is Speed United with possession of the ball. Good idea there from Braxton Najee, but just a bit too much on it. Overcooks it. Substitution will occur. Ochoa will exit, and coming in is Luis Peralta, Nicaraguan player for Speed United. Fired forward, but nobody there from Longo. Here's Hogan. That forward run, and Kodra coming back to play. Does touch it back, but it's going to be an opportunity here. And now a chance. The whistle is gone as the strike goes wide. And the referee has stopped play as Fernandez was in behind, but it was actually that initial challenge there on Kodra that resulted in the free kick. A strike from long distance, forcing the save there from Leon. Speed United have been in control of the chances in this second half. Nearing on 20 minutes gone. Najib with Kodra have been the two main men for Speed United tonight. Perea helping it on. Now Peralta trying to curl one around the defender. It did take a deflection on its way through. It is a corner. It is now, the referee is going to stop play here. The referee is going to have a word here. This would potentially be the third corner for Speed United. And so it is worth explaining that 3 corners, I mentioned this earlier, result in a penalty kick. So this is a one-on-one penalty kick, which will come from halfway and will now be the striker, Steven Kodra, to go one-on-one with Jason Leon, both wearing the shirt number 23 on this night, and Cauldre with the experience. So he'll start from halfway, he'll begin his run up, he'll have 10 seconds to shoot. And now coming out here to try and narrow the angle, and it's into the bottom corner. And Cauldre has his second goal of the game. The Baller League veteran, the Baller League legend, who's played in Germany, who's played in England, now has 2 goals tonight and has given Speed United the lead once again in this match. Here is that one-on-one opportunity into that bottom corner. So again, if the ball goes out for what would be a corner 3 times in a match, that results in a penalty kick. That count is now reset. And now Peralta looking to make it 4, slides it into the bottom left corner. And what a run for Speed United. 2 goals in a matter of seconds to extend their lead and make it 4-2 to ISHO Speed United. Just running at the defender and was given the room both to get the strike away and towards that bottom left corner. It's just passed in there. And XQC can barely believe how quickly his side's fortunes have turned. But they can turn again, as they did in the first half. Lifted away. It will be a throw-in, or a kick-in rather, for Glitch FC. Well taken there. Now, Glitch FC looking for a response here. Ospina has come on as a sub. Playing here on the right. Leon. Show Speed United have the 2-goal lead. Now the goalkeeper's coming out to play, and it's a good idea forward into Benito. Eventually settles. Numbers coming to that back post. It's headed on target, but an easy settle there for Tyler Hogan. Decent idea there from Gonzalez. Lovely cushion touch and behind, and now looking for that 3rd goal of the second half. The chance they're coming for John Diaz, but the block in just at the right moment. Again, there you see that QR code on your screen for tickets. ballerleague.us. If you want to get tickets and come out and see one of these matches. Oh, it's a chance there in the area. It's actually controlled off the chest. Although, again, a reminder, these kick-ins that are coming out from the wide areas where throw-ins would come from, they have to be kicked at lower than knee height. So they have to be sent into play. Otherwise, there's a kick-in going the other way. Well controlled here by Rios. Ospina going for that no-look pass, but instead a real chance to give it away. Peralta goes chasing. Poked out wide. The pressure is good here from Speed United. But a better ball forward. And a decent first touch there. Going to ground and trying to buy something. Referee not interested in the attempts of Quintero. Coming back the other way, here's Jastra. He losing out. He giving away the ball to Glitch FC. Exactly halfway through this second half. It's 4-2 in the favor of Speed United. This game was tied at half at 2-2, but 2 quick-fire goals. See the run being made there by Mini Gonzalez. No room on that far side to play that pass. Jastra, thinking about striking, does strike. It wasn't too far away, high and wide of that far post. Strambu Jastra. Nice control there in the center circle, but again won back by John. Peralta now turning. Peralta forcing a great save from Jason Leon. And it wasn't far away, and it is the first corner of the new count, which will go in the favor of Speed United. Cauldre will come back on. So again, at 3 corners. That's it. Eventually handled strike there from Hogan. We'll try and go quickly the other way. Cauldre tries the scorpion attempt, and it wasn't too far away. Just had to get a little bit more purchase on it. Speed United in complete control this second half now. A bit of a change the way that first half went. Skill attempted there from Ospina. Now run to this right side. Full pelt. Gonzalez. Ospina. Come on here to halfway. Rios trying from long distance and forcing the save. Peralta. Kotra on the volley! The Bowler League, a legend, has a hat trick, and Speed United's lead grows to 3. 3 goals unanswered in this second half. What a turn of events it has been, and it's the Baller League OG from Germany and then to UK, and now in the US. He's got a hattie into the bottom corner on the volley. And look at the reaction from Speed and the dejection from XQC in the dugout. This is not how this was supposed to go, and they'll be relying on that game changer to turn this game around. Another strike coming in is blocked. And just launched out of play, and actually right above us here, there's a whole group of fans that are watching on. Let's be careful of the ricochets from the ceiling. And there you see, coming up next, our upcoming manager. You see Kid Super there is in the dugout, ready to watch on. Match number 2 for the win. FC taking on Any Means United. There's that save required there from Hogan, who tries to prevent it going out from a corner, but it will still be a corner. So it's 1-1 now in terms of that corner count, with about 4.5 minutes left in the second half. Najib. Tell us in the chat where you're watching from on Twitch, on YouTube, and on X. Let us know how you're watching this one. Najib, and it's Contra again! Absolutely dominating this match! He's got 4! Pink of hair and brilliance of talent. Wow, what a show!
That's what I'm talking about.
And Speed is loving it, and he is just a player full of confidence. First time, top bins, exactly what they brought him here to do. Whatever that flight costs to get him here to the US, give him double for what he's given to this game. And we are now 1 minute away from the game changer coming. And Glitch FC will need this one to completely alter the match, as this game is only going one way right now. Strambu Jastra. And Najib is open. Najib trying to chip the goalkeeper, and it's there in the penalty area, and it needed to be cleared. This could get from bad to worse. Najib, lovely control and going for that 7th. But wow, this is complete and utter domination. Nice turn here. John trying that nutmeg attempt. Mini Gonzalez has to get involved. Now sent forward, but the pressure is complete. Just about controlled. Trying that turn here was Milian, and still available in the area. And Leon just punches it out of that box to control it and get moving the other way. Mini Gonzalez is unmarked here on that near side, but couldn't quite find him. And now the second half game changer is upon us. But first, can John get a strike away? And it's saved there by Leon just before that whistle. And Glitch FC, we're hoping this completely changes this one. So it is 1-on-1 which is exactly as it is. Goal to goal, a single player from each team shoots from behind the halfway line. You can play through that center circle. One opposing player defends from their own half. Hands are not permitted. So even if you are acting as the goalkeeper, you will still have to play with your arms behind your back and not make any saves with your hands. The center circle is sort of effectively a neutral zone controlled by the player in possession. So we'll go through all the rules as they transpire, but this is mano y mano, 1 against 1, and Glitch FC will need this to be a special edition of 1-on-1. There's the band that I Show Speed brought with him for this one. Managers and coaches looking to lock things down. It's about everything Speed United could have possibly hoped for through 27 minutes, but have to survive the game changer now. You would think even one goal for Speed United basically ends this one. XQC looking nervous in that dugout. Just getting a clarification of the rules here. The players, their Speed, whose side have been fantastic tonight. So we'll see how both teams handle 1-on-1, our first second half game changer of the season. He's having fun. Why not? Should be having all the fun in the world right now. This side are 6-2 up. I Show Speed. It doesn't matter what XQC says right now. He's having the time of his life. And so the 1-on-1 will begin. The strike will come, and it's dragged wide here from Miguel Benito. So there is going to be a response now coming from Jason Strambu-Jastra. Now, there is a 15-second shot clock here in this 1-on-1 game changer, so both these teams will have 15 seconds to shoot. And Strambu, it's a powerful right boot and tries into that bottom corner, and there's Speed United, and the backflip as well. A man after I Show Speed start, they do them simultaneously, and they do a third one simultaneously. They just won't stop. Look at them go. Wow. Not only is it probably game done, the celebrations are unreal.
Come on, baby. They can't do it like.
Now Benito has to go find an answer. Benito and just drags it one wide. He hasn't really caught it yet. And Strambu will have to go again here. Has to start from his own penalty area. Can he get another powerful strike away? Setting himself up. Unleashes, that's a fairly straightforward one. He can go quickly here. Benito could have chipped him from his own area, but instead will carry it to halfway. Launch again, but again, it's just off target. So it's going to be a change here in the 1-on-1. So it will be Kodra who will come on for Speed United. And John Markey, the wild card for this one, for Glitch FC, is going to enter. Steven Kodra's already got 4 goals in this game. It couldn't be 5. There's no way it could be 5. Impossible. It couldn't be done. Kodra, wide. Off target. A second ban has showed up. Now, from long distance, Markey trying to force Kodra into a save, and Kodra could go quickly, but instead he'll just carry it out and set himself up for the shot that he wants to hit. We'll have 10 seconds to line it up. We'll run it all the way back. We'll wait until 1. Every second precious. Kodra just off target. It was awkward there for Markey. Dove, and again, he can't touch it with his hands, so he kind of has to watch it. Off target, and so the shot clock resets. Less than 90 seconds left, and Speed United look on their way to a win, trying to pop it up to himself and hit. It goes well over the bar. Glitch FC have not gotten the change from this one-on-one game changer that they might have been hoping for. 79 seconds left. It's speed side. Look on their way to 3 points on opening day. Kodra again. This time the save well handled. But it is going to be defeat on the opening day for XQC. This opening match. It is Luis Felipe Fernandez just to try and improve the scoreline a little bit here. Fernandez denied there from Kodra, the leaping claim, which goes through the ceiling fans and towards our broadcast setup. And it is going to be back into play here for Kodra. He's looking for that 5th goal. And the supporters of Inter Miami have come round. La Banda de Inter Miami have come round. Kodra off the bar. This isn't crossbar challenge, but he can still play it. He's got 4 seconds left to have a hit. He'll carry it out. Well, actually, the clock will reset here. Kodra again, this time over. It's tough from that sort of range. Got to hit it exactly right. Into a corner with power. Less than 30 seconds left here in this one-on-one game changer. Here's Luis Felipe, and this time it's crossbar challenge again. Control it on halfway. In that center circle, and this time sending it off target, high and wide. Now, Glitch FC will make a final change, but realistically, this one is done. What a second half performance from Speed United. Got a goal just before the end of the first half in game changer mode. Kodra trying to get the crowd going. And he'll hit one more. Force the save there from Mini Gonzalez. He'll go chasing. Actually have to start though from his own penalty area. Have 2 seconds left. But from 2-1 down, Speed United have won by 7 goals to 2. And a triumphant start to life in Baller League USA for I Show Speed. The congratulatory handshake on halfway. And now the celebration. And the in-your-face celebrations begin here for I Show Speed. He's going to run out now and join his players and jump up and down. Manager Speed. I think he wants to compare himself to Alex Ferguson. His Ferguson era has begun in earnest with a huge